Okay, well, we're here with Sahvannes and Token for episode 6 of the Shuttlecock podcast. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. Pretty good, pretty good.
Awesome. What you guys been up to lately?
Not much. I just got back from Vegas yesterday, and been trying to finish up my project, and I got a video coming. So I've been
And so I'm just kind of curious about how you two got acquainted in the first place.
All right.
He was hoping you guys.
Hey, we've been ready for this one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I just went to, it was about, what was the show? That Rory show at the Granada. Pretty much, he opened up for Rory, like from Atlanta. Rory. Yeah, my bad. Rory. And pretty much I saw him on stage, and he opened up with some other chick. And I was just like, I don't know, she was doing her thing. But then when I heard him rap, I was just like, I don't know, I was just kind of gazed by it. And I was like, I'm going to hit him up on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? So, like, literally at the show, found him on Twitter, followed him. And then, like, just hit him up and told him I was, like, feeling his performance and stuff like that. And then, like, literally, like a week or two after that, I came back to, because this is when I was going to school at Missouri State. So I was in Springfield, and I was just in town. So
Hotel 8.
I pulled back up in this hotel, and I was pretty much kicking it with, like, all the homies and stuff. And then I remember I hit him up and was like, hey, could you bring me something to pour some lean in? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, what do you want? You know, and I was just like, I don't know. Just, I wanted the pineapple Fanta, but couldn't find it. But he pulled through with the pineapple vest. And, it was all good. So after that, I don't know, we just kind of clicked off, started kicking it more. And then I was just, one day, was just like, hey, man, like, what are you doing with the management side of things? You have a manager and stuff. And he was like, no. And then, I don't know, we just linked up.
Yeah, we just started clicking up after that.
Sure, yeah, that was it.
Gotcha. And so your role is like just management, and like what are some of the things that you've been working on handling for him?
Well, pretty much like I would say what I do is like management, PR. Like, I'm trying to like reach out to blogs for him, just trying to get his music out there, get him working with like the right people, kind of getting the right feel, just so he can become like his own artist, really just developing everything, I guess you could say too. So yeah.
And you do represent like a few other artists. Who are those?
Yeah, well, I got Sahvannes, Paris Mason, Riley, and Razi. So yeah, like that's the four I'm rocking with right now. Yeah, they got some stuff coming, like all of them, like every day they just like impressing me with shit. It's dope. Like Riley got some shit coming. Paris got some shit coming. They just dropped that track together actually. Like I don't know if you checked that out.
Yeah, I was listening to that.
That's super fire. Like so it's just like we got a lot of stuff coming. Razi's sitting on this whole tape. We got videos in the vault. Like yeah, this summer we about to make some noise. So.
And was Sahvannes the first rapper that you had started managing?
Well, like I would say Razi was, because like me and Razi go way back to like, back in the day, like 5th grade type stuff. We played basketball together. So it was like, I've always seen the talent in him. Was like, bro, you should rap. Like, like you should rap. So that was kind of like the first person I guess I kind of really, like decided like, yeah, I want to manage you, bro. Like when you decide you really want to just take off with this, I got you pretty much. But then I would say Sahvannes was the second, definitely, yeah. But I guess that was more on a friendship level, but that was the first, like, I didn't even know Sahvannes, like, at all. Like, I seen him on stage, like I told you, and literally was like, I want to be a part of whatever he's doing. So, yeah. I guess in a way he was kind of the first official, like, I guess, on the management side of things, but Razi had just been, around me a lot, so we were already homies,
And, but you used to rap yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to do my thing. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, like I just decided that I could do more not rapping, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, I'm really good at like talking to people and putting myself in certain situations, and I was like, rap is something I feel like could always wait, and I seen all this talent in the city, because I know even you see it, like there's so much talent, but there's not enough people, I feel like, trying to help get the talent out there. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough outlets, really. So that's where I came in. I was like, I want to help a certain group of people that I think can really do some stuff, as much as I can. I'm going to put myself on the line for that pretty much. So that's pretty much how I went with the rap and stuff. But I might rap again. I might. I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember the first experience, like, I don't know, I don't think I even met you that night, But I think when you were still rapping, you played a show opening for Maxo Cream at the Bottleneck with like 10 other people.
Yeah, with the Contraband Squad. Shout out Contraband, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Contraband.
So that was Contraband, which is like kind of a rap crew that.
Yeah, it was like a kind of rap collective that I was in when I went to Springfield. I was going to school out there and shit. You know, doing stupid shit out there. But, you know, I linked up with some cool people, you know, who we all had a lot of similar interests, you know, all made music. So we was like, yeah. We started getting shows. People started, like, vibing with our energy. You know, we were hyped. So we just rocked with it, you know. People were giving us opportunities. We was like, why not? But, yeah, that's pretty much it about Contraband, though, because, like, everybody's going their own separate ways. I moved, you know, like, everybody kind of got discombobulated, but we still love it.
Should people be looking out for stuff coming from those guys?
I mean, maybe.
Or are they still putting out a lot of stuff?
I don't really know. I think my homie Emotion is getting on more of the manager side of things too. I think he's about to pick up some artists, and then I think Shino, yeah, I think he's still rapping and stuff. So hey, maybe, hopefully, because I mean they got some stuff too. So I hope that they would keep pushing, you know.
And I remember something you were pushing then. I don't know if it's something you still work on, but it was Above the Norm. Was that like a clothing line that you were doing?
Well, pretty much Above the Norm is just, I guess, my label brand type thing that I'm trying to, you know, go ahead and push out here. And
so all your artists are included in that?
Yeah. So, like, it's kind of like, I guess, a labeling is part of my clothing line. Like, it's kind of coexistence, I guess, with each other. So it's like, pretty much I'm still doing it, but because I've been managing so much, you know, I'm kind of full fronted with the managing right now, but I am working on some stuff. I got some stuff dropping soon. So, yeah, that's still coming too. Probably like, I want to say I'm going to try to do it sometime this summer. Once they start, like, you know, all these artists, once I set up everything for them where they could just really start chilling, you know, pushing music and visuals through, then that's probably when you'll see a lot more of the clothing side of Above the
Norm. And I do think it's kind of interesting, like, I've just kind of been watching all of this unfold, like, from the sideline, but how, like, this kind of new wave of Kansas City hip hop has kind of like in some ways drifted apart, and but like they've all kind of just like clicked up and like figured out more like what they want to be doing, like, and who they want to be working with.
Exactly.
But I think that the Maxo Cream show was like a really interesting point, and when things started to kind of
it really is, you know, like
moving.
If you really think about it, because like I feel like that show was where everybody was at. You know, like everybody was there. Like
people that like I don't think there's any like full-fledged beef between people who were at that show, but like you definitely wouldn't see all those same people on a show anymore.
I don't think I think we could make it happen, but I think, will it happen? Probably not. You know,
I think last summer was like when everybody clicked up and tried to do the thing together, and like I don't know, like everybody got to know each other and like learn who they work best with or get along with best. And now this summer we just like kind of just do what we do now.
And yeah, because who was even on that show? It was like G Watts, Zarin Michael, AL, Contraband, and just like a number of different
everybody. Like there was so many people.
Like,
too many. The whole caviar was there. Like
there weren't a lot of people around when Maxo finally.
You know, like I was like, I just pushed through like the little group of people to get to the front, but it was like, it was cool though. That was dope to see. You know, it kind of reminds me about how like that last show was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, last show was dope. You Don't Deserve This.
Shout
out to everybody who was on that.
Yeah, and everybody that put on that mug. You know, like that's tight. You know, that we could bring everybody together under one roof like that.
That motherfucker got done right. So
like I fucked with that.
Yeah, hopefully we can see a sequel to that at some point.
Hey, hit us up.
Not you.
Will hit me up for everybody. Hello.
But so I think like I've just kind of noticed like through like listening to some of the artists that you have worked with though that like I think you do a good job of picking out who you're working with. Like it is like kind of a specific brand to me. It is kind of like it has elements of like kind of a gritty street feel, but also kind of like stoner elements and all that. So I think
that's pretty much like what I guess with Above the Norm for me is more like people that are just striving to do things that are above normal. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much like if you hold yourself like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're above the norm, like you know, you do cool stuff and you're about it, like to me, you were part of that movement. You know, it's kind of like a movement of the way of life, really. You know, like so. I feel like with my artists, I kind of try to keep them on that level of like their music. You know what I'm saying? So I've even been thinking about like venturing off into other genres and stuff. But I mean, we'll just see later. But like that's just something that I want to instill in everybody. Like
It's a lifestyle.
exactly. Forget being normal because like
It's a
vibe. Straight up. Like,
and that like there are times I fuck with that song, and other times I'm like this isn't the 2 Chainz I know. No, yeah, but the way I first heard your music, Sahvannes, is I think it was Cameron from Beyond the Sound that kept pushing it on me.
Yeah.
I'm like we were doing like kind of like this mini podcast together like every week. It was just like a 20-minute show, and it like was kind of a weird format, but like every week we would try to pick a new local song to talk about, and like once or twice at least one of some of your songs came up.
Yeah.
So like I like to feel like I'm pretty like in tune with Kansas City hip hop, but Cameron definitely got me on that one. So
shout out to Cameron. I still remember the night. That was a while back. I still remember the night I met him. We was like, I don't know, we were just getting drunk, and then like somehow we started talking about music and shit, and I gave him my SoundCloud, and then like I think the next day like he hit me. He's like, yo, bro, I fuck with this like heavy. I was like, what's up?
yeah, that's love.
I didn't know he like push it like that though.
yeah, he's been a big advocate of yours, and I remember I think it was the first time I saw you live was the Wretch show and at the Granada, and that was really exciting for me.
I had to do what I had to do there. So it was just dope to be there and like open up for Wretch because like I don't know, like that's my dude. Like I wake up, that's all I listen to is Wretch and Dash, so like it was just dope performing to somebody I listen to every day.
And that's why as soon as I heard it was coming, I was like, yo, bro, you want to be on this show? And he was like, you already know, man. I was like, I got to try to make this happen, bro. Like, whatever I got to do, I'm going to try to get you on this one. So it was dope that they showed love with that and, threw us that opportunity for sure.
Yeah, because I haven't seen you, like, so I guess you opened up for Razi back.
This was like, what?
This is like late 2015.
Yeah, so
it was a while ago. Because, like, I've been managing now for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So, like, it was at the very
Had you done any, like, other big shows between those two?
Nah, that was probably like, before then, I had done like super small shows, like, but that was like probably like my biggest show at that point. Yeah. Because, I mean, my very first performance was like December of 2014 with the, like, I got on at an indie ground show back then. That was a while back. And like, that was just my first performance. In between then and then, I don't think, maybe it was probably nothing for real.
Yeah, it's always like you can always count on like if nothing else, like Indie Ground will be putting on shows. Like I have a lot of respect for those guys. And
they do their thing.
They get my first show.
They're pretty consistent with it too. So
yeah, and they do the Indie Fest every year. I'm looking forward to seeing who will be on that this year because I know they started to kind of incorporate some of the newer Kansas City acts on it last year when they did the show at the Loop. So hopefully they can continue a good relationship there.
Tight,
And what kind of relationship did you have with music growing up?
I mean, just a lot of rap music. I got 4 older brothers, so like all the shit they used to listen to, I used to listen to. Like my 2 oldest brothers, they used to listen to like a lot of just like, I don't know, just like underground music, like, and then just like my other older brother, he used to just listen to whatever was popping, like, industry wise. So.
What kind of underground stuff do you think it was?
I don't know, a lot of like underground KC shit. They used to listen to a lot of Mac Dre, and
like some Fat Tone,
all that shit.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like I know some of the current stuff so well, but I really need to just like dive in and learn all about like the 90s and 2000s stuff that happened in Kansas City because there's like
what you needed. Ron. You heard of Ron?
Yeah. I used to listen to a lot of Ron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought that's what I was like in high school. Was like Ron and D.B. and like people that was You know,
Yeah, I did get to see Bird and DV
yeah,
open. It was like this weird show at the Crossroads with Young Dolph like a couple
that's
years
dope.
ago, and they put DV and Bird on there. And
That's
I
dope.
guess one of them is locked up right now too, though.
For real?
I think at least as far as like some point last
Damn.
year. But yeah, that was cool to see. Like, No Tint is definitely like that's one of my favorites of
Hell yeah.
past eras. So what part of town are you from too?
I'm from like South, and then I ended up moving out to Raytown when I was like real young, and then I moved from Raytown like around like 5th grade to Lee Summit. So yeah, and I graduated from Lee Summit last.
I had Samurai on last week, and I know he was in Lee Summit at some point. Is he someone you ever met out there? Oh.
What school do you say?
I don't know.
I think he went to North though.
North?
No.
Yeah, it might have been North.
I went to North my freshman year of high school, but I moved around.
Was switching between like Raytown and Lee Summit and those towns like something that was a big deal for you?
Yeah, it was a big change going from Raytown to Lee Summit. It's like culture shock. I mean, nah, it wasn't culture shock. It's not that big of a difference, but like, it's a difference, like for sure, depending on who you are. Yeah,
It's kind of like different personalities and
yeah, for sure.
all that type of stuff.
People act different, but I mean, I was out there for a while, so like, I molded and meshed, so it's no big deal now. But like being a 4th grader, like, and like the situation, like while I was moving out there, it's just like it's different.
And so your stage name is Sahvannes, but that isn't your. Is that your first name?
Can't tell people that.
Okay, no, sorry. I'm just curious where it came from, but like if it's your birth name, like where'd your name come from?
Yeah, I mean, if you know my real name, you got it. But if not, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But but you tack on Che when you're on like social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Che Guevara.
Yeah.
He's my role model. Some people hate him, some people love him. But I don't know.
It is what it is.
Yeah, what do you
It
find
is what it
inspiring about him?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. Just I feel like he's like the definition of a revolutionary. Like put his life on the line and really like. I really like the fact that he traveled to try to change other people's situations. Like pretty sure he's from Argentina and he went to Cuba and then he went from Cuba to Bolivia to try to change people's situations and be a leader and teach people how to defend themselves. But I don't know, like it's just dope that like he did that. Like he tried to move around with it, and like he dedicated his life to it. Like he didn't just start with one location and stay there. Like he really tried to go somewhere and do some shit.
So do you have like a deep interest at all in like revolutionaries and like politics and history and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, at one point, like my later years in high school, and then like a year or two after high school, I was really interested in that kind of shit, and like I used to read a lot of books and watch a lot of documentaries. But lately, I've just been I don't know, I haven't been reading a lot lately. I've just been trying to figure out my own life before I get into that. But I do eventually want to go back to school and like get into like politics, political science or something.
Shit, God tried.
Yeah, God tried. But I mean, that's not developed yet, so we'll get to that.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess you do kind of hear traces of like kind of like social movements and like revolutionary type stuff,
Right.
like just like kind of references like placed throughout some of the songs I've heard from you.
Yeah. I try to do that. It just depends on the like mood I'm in. So like, I don't know. I try to throw it in there every once in a while. But yeah.
And like maybe I'm wrong because I haven't heard much of like I haven't heard any of the stuff that isn't out yet.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like in some of your earlier songs you put out, there's more like almost kind of like a hippie kind of vibe going on.
I went through a phase, man.
Yeah.
You did a lot of psychedelics.
Mm.
Yeah, like around that time. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So
like there's so much unreleased Sahvannes music that like I might have to just play for you off the record sometime, bro, because like you could definitely hear the traces of all like it's funny because I have like an hour's worth of Sahvannes unreleased music, like a whole like playlist full of like songs, and it's like I just listened to him. Like I was talking to him about that the other day. I listened through, and you could just see like his growth and his change as an artist through it, and it's just so dope. Man.
Really,
like,
not even as an artist, like as a person. Like,
as a person, yeah, really.
Like if I showed you like every song I made in the last like 3 years, like you would probably know me so well. But
Exactly.
I just have a problem releasing, the right song at the right time. Like I guess I think about it too much, but at the same time, I just want everything that I present people out with to be like, what I want it to be.
And so yeah, you have released, maybe you've released more before, but there are like 4 or 5 songs of yours on SoundCloud right now.
Yeah, and before then, I had a SoundCloud full of songs before then, but like it was like early 2015 where I just like deleted like everything off my SoundCloud and restarted because that's kind of my point where I just wanted to really like be serious, like taken serious as an artist. So I kind of restarted.
And so you said that you've kind of seen his evolution through like all the songs you've heard over the years. Where do you kind of see him now as opposed to like a year or 2 ago?
Well, like before, I feel like he's definitely finding like not to say that before he wasn't already on some dope shit because when I first heard that, like there's still some of those songs I'll tell him, bro, you need to put that out. Like, but I feel like he's now more finding his way to deliver that better. You know what I'm saying? He's finding like his comforts in certain beats. His vibe more. Like especially with this new project that's about to come out, you'll kind of see like the difference between like a John Michelle and then like the newer songs that he's about to put out. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's pretty dope. Like, yeah, it's dope to just see like where he's going because I already know like it's only gonna get better from here. You know what I'm saying? Like he's taking it more and more serious every day, and then like he's always hitting me and sending me a song like randomly, and I'll be like, "Damn, bro, that's hot. Like, what we gonna do with it?" And he's like, "Oh, we just gonna put it in the vault though." And I'm just like, "Damn, bro, we gotta put that out," But it's just like it's cool though,
Yeah, like, that's when you send it to me.
Yeah, right, okay, I'm gonna start shooting them your way.
No, yeah, just exclusive. And I like to feel like I have like an archive of like, because like if there's like a local artist that I have interest in, like I'm saving the music.
Yeah,
like
I feel
so,
you. Yeah, hey,
and like I would never like betray someone and put that out there.
Yeah, leak it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But like I just have like I enjoy seeing people grow and being able to hear the old music if I want to.
Oh yeah, bro, I'll definitely shoot you some stuff then. Definitely
like, there's some people that I have like. I definitely have like an hour and a half of their music in my iTunes, but they have like 4 songs on their SoundCloud right now.
Yeah.
That's how it be though. I feel like that's how it should be though as an artist. Like I mean, some people have the luxury of being able to just drop everything, but I feel like as an artist, not just a rapper and an artist, you know what I'm saying? If you're just trying to rap and put out dope rap songs every day, go ahead. If you're trying to just make hits, go ahead. But like if you're really trying to create art with it, I feel like you have to boss some of that stuff because like.
Oh yeah, and you definitely
you can grow from some of it. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't be releasing everything you write.
Exactly. But I mean, I feel like people like Famous Dax and stuff. Like I was watching this interview with Big Head one time, and he was talking about like where he just goes and just wraps it up. He can just do that, but he can do that. Like that's how he does it. Like. But I feel like other people, I feel like it's better if you try to keep it, like and take your time with it.
Yeah, because I remember when I was interviewing. J-Tone and Sean before Take This Ride came out back in December. At one point, I was like, wow, you guys have like a lot of, like they were showing me all the songs, and I'm like, wow, you guys have been working like a long time, and you have a lot of extra tracks. And Sean was like, yeah, if you put out everything that you write, you're going to be putting out some trash. I'm
exactly.
Like,
that's real.
I understand that.
That's real, yeah. Like, I mean, it's just like with anything, though. I feel like, stuff gets played out. You don't want to get played out. You know what I'm saying? You drop a song every day, and everybody's like, okay, he's been dropping songs for years. When you really want to be taken serious, like, a year later from that, they're just going to be like, well, you've been doing this. Like, how do people really see the change, Like, that's how I see about it, at least.
So, I think it was probably the first song I heard from you, though, was John Michelle.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell people about, like, kind of how that song works?
I don't know. When I was writing that song, I don't know. It was really just about. My homie had put me on the Basquiat back then, And so I was watching a lot of Basquiat documentaries, looking at a lot of his art and shit. And I don't know, when I was writing the song, like that was the first line I wrote, and then I was just like, let me throw some other people in here. But it was really just about being yourself and dedicating yourself to what you do in your art, because when it came to Basquiat, like he was very like I don't know, he just cared about his shit like in a do or die type sense, and like everything had to be right with him, and it's kind of just how I wanted people to feel when I was writing that song, and I wanted just people to get in their groove. Like that's kind of what it's about, just like getting into your groove and like feeling like you could do anything and make anything, and it's like beautiful, like the way you do it, instead of just being like self conscious about what you make or what you paint, like what you write, like all that shit.
And I know Basquiat was like an incredibly like multifaceted artist,
Yeah.
and like he had like a ton of stuff going on. But one of the things that is kind of noticeable to me is that like he very truly was like a starving artist.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he was like
shit.
painting on like abandoned like
Doors,
doors
yeah,
and
wherever
stuff
he
like
really
that.
could, you know what I'm
and shit
saying?
Like that.
Like,
Yeah,
Do you feel kind of like a kinship to that? Like you would be
Oh, yeah.
creating your art like no matter what?
yeah, definitely. Basquiat used to walk into galleries with like brown bag specials and shit, and I'm definitely that type of dude. Have everybody staring at you, but then you're the one who has the painting on the wall that goes for the biggest price. Like, and like another thing is like around that time, I was trying to like I didn't know what kind of music I wanted to make, and I was thinking too much about how people perceive my music, or like if they listen to this, what would they think of me, and shit like that. And that was the turning point where I was saying, fuck it, like I'm just gonna do what I want. Like I feel like Jean Michel, like I'm great, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want, and then whatever comes comes. But I know who I am at the end of the day, and I'm just making music. Like I'm just making what comes to me.
It's a powerful statement.
real shit.
And so kind of fast forward, like you put out a couple other songs after that, but your latest one that's out as of when we're recording is Street Bitches.
Yeah.
Where do you see that song falling?
Shit, I don't even know. That song's really fun. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but I like the song, and it just came to me, and I just wrote it and recorded it, and that's how I got
Yeah, who produced that one?
Super Shaq Gonzo. That's my dude.
Shout out Shaq.
Yeah,
Real shit.
Weekend.
That's the homie.
Yeah, he's been being pretty productive. Like he's always been a productive guy, I guess.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
He's cool to work with. I can imagine.
Yeah, I met him a while back. There's this open mic in it's called Lowercase Kansas. It's a while back. I met Shaq there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
because I know Marty helps.
Yeah,
put those on.
yeah. It was back then, and it was he was freestyling, like being goofy as fuck. And I didn't. I mean, back then I didn't really take him serious. But then like I got on Twitter and I found him and I listened to his music and shit. And I was like, oh damn, like this dude was just playing this last night. It was funny.
Oh yeah, because I've only been to one like the Bars Up Lowercase Kansas events, and like they're not doing them right now, but I'm sure they'll get back to it.
I think that's what it was. It was Bars Up a couple years ago.
And like I am kind of surprised at the fact, like I guess I shouldn't be, but like people go there just to be like incredibly lyrical and just like kind of geek out in that fashion. But so I wouldn't imagine you meeting Shaq there, so that's a cool bit. And he he was involved in producing like the new Roy Fresco single Lottery, and he has his own stuff. So
he's been doing his stuff with the production. He's going crazy with that.
Yeah, and I had no clue until I heard Street Bitches and Lottery. I'm like, oh man, he's
wrecking him up out here.
Yeah,
it's pretty tight.
And I know like there's been that snippet, like that little video clip of like one of his beats playing in Waka, because he has he's kind of homies with Waka.
Yeah, that's tight. Yeah.
So like I think he has a song with him at least.
Yeah, that's just about to go crazy.
Hopefully that comes out at some point, and that would be a good boost for him.
For sure.
And So what kind of um, vibe are you feeling just kind of for the project that you've been working on?
It's like I don't know, it's a very motivated vibe, like gritty in the sense of like I'm chasing something, like because like I don't have a choice right now, like but to do rap, like so that's what it is. It's just like me, you know, I don't know.
On the grind.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like me on
Straight
the
up.
ground, like trying to make something dope, but also like trying to push the issue, you know.
Mm.
So
And how long have you been working on the? Is it? It's gonna be a mixtape or an EP or?
I haven't even decided yet.
Mm.
Shit, I don't even think that matters in 2017 anymore.
Yeah.
It's all the same shit.
It's gonna be a solid ass project.
But it's just
It's gonna be a playlist.
Yeah, I just
Like,
call it.
exactly.
I just call
More
it a
life.
project. Yeah, more life.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I've been working on it for a couple months now. I'd say like officially, probably like put an official track list together like back in December or some shit. And right now it's got like
But that track list has changed. So
yeah, it's changed.
like,
As a matter of fact, it changed last night. But
see,
I'm shooting for like before the end of the summer is when I'm trying to release it for sure.
And so is anything that's out right now going to be on, or is this like all new stuff?
You can drop a show on there.
Yeah, Genre Shell is gonna be on there for sure, just like as a staple. Like, I was thinking about putting Tree Bitches on there. I'm not sure yet. We'll decide, but I haven't decided just yet.
And you mentioned earlier that there might be videos happening around it too. Are any of those like in progress right now?
Yeah, I gotta. I'm actually linking with Kendu Friday.
That's a good move.
Yeah,
he,
yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we're about done. Like all the shooting's done. We just gotta edit it. So yeah, so that should be done pretty soon.
And do you think that'll like kind of precede the project coming out, or?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna have something coming before that, and then I'm gonna drop the video, and those will definitely get people out there seats.
Nice. Yeah, I'm like a really big fan of what Kendu does. Like, because I had Chase and Jordan on a few weeks ago, and Chase has just recently started working with Kendu too. So like, I kind of got like an inside look at what Kendu is really all about. And
That's my dude. He's super ugly though, and he looks just like his dog. I'm not sure you've seen it.
oh, his dog.
Yeah, he looks just.
No,
like
yeah, I was over there with G like a couple weeks ago, and like he was.
I know you saw the resemblance. I know you saw it.
No, I think G brought that up too. That's becoming like an inside joke, I guess.
Yeah, it's real.
No, but also he was like Kendu was saying how like his dog has killed several other dogs and like animals and stuff.
I didn't.
Like he was
Wow,
saying how his
Kendu.
dog like hopped the fence,
Wow.
killed another dog, and hopped back over. Like
I know his dog for sure killed a cat. I didn't know his dog killed a dog. That's wow. I don't know
maybe he
what-
was talking about cat. I don't know.
Hopefully it was a cat. I don't know what that man's doing over
But
there.
do you not value that?
Oh no, I hate
You value
that.
a dog over a cat?
Definitely, I hate cats so much. My roommates last year had 2 cats, and
Oh,
yeah, they
the little things though, it was vicious.
terrible.
It was bad, like for real.
And I've been allergic to like everything growing up, so I never even had
You don't even want
a
to
chance
learn.
at no. Like, and it's kind of embarrassing now because like when I'll be over at like a friend's house and they'll have a dog, like I'll be like, hey, there's a dog, what's up?
Yeah.
Like I just like haven't interacted with dogs like my whole life, so I'm
Yeah.
just like kind of weird about it.
That's funny.
But
What's up?
just kind of watching, like,
Right.
okay, don't be on some shit right here.
Right.
But are you planning on doing any more shows coming up?
Man, I don't even know.
Just kind of like as they come in.
Yeah, as they come, but I mean, I'm not too pressed about it. I haven't been pressed about shows for a while now. Like,
Is performing something you really enjoy though? Do you think that's an important part of your art?
I think it's an important part, but I don't know. Performing's cool, but I'm trying to get to, it's just like I like performing certain music, and like right now or like a couple months ago, like I didn't really like what I was performing. So like on this project, you'll definitely see more music that's like gonna be dope to perform, because I like to, like when I write shit, I like to imagine myself performing it now, like just so I know when I get on stage, like I'm enjoying it just as much as people in the crowd are enjoying it. Because I'm a hard critic, so I know people in the crowd are hard critics too. So I try to think like the listener thinks a lot. So like I just like performing the right shit. Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? But yeah, you can kind of notice like when an artist isn't passionate about they don't care much about the songs they're performing anymore.
I feel like I'm probably pretty easy to read like that too.
Yeah, and then, people can tell some people don't even care and they'll still be hype and whatever just because they want a party or something. Like you go to any show in like a college town, there will be people jumping and shoving each other no matter what because they're wasted.
They just on there.
Yeah.
But to appeal to a true music fan or a critic, you do have to kind of be able to recognize their passion. I think
exactly. Yeah. I recognize that like the songs that I do have, like some of them aren't best for performing, but it's like probably a year ago or a couple months ago, it was just all I had, so I didn't have a choice. But now I have I pretty much have what I need at this point. So yeah.
And so what are some of the other artists you're working with? What do they have coming up?
Riley got some stuff coming next week. You got a visual coming next week, a pretty big one. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Just be ready for that, definitely. Cause when you dropping this? Tuesday. It might actually be coming out that day, so might be pretty cool. Y'all see today, I guess. But he has that coming.
And Sahvannes just did the track with Paris Mason.
Exactly, they just dropped that. Paris Mason, what you want to know? Pretty much what he's got coming up.
I don't generally know much about him. I know he's from Wichita.
Yeah.
And just call me in.
Pretty much, he lives out there, and that's the homie. Like we got a lot of stuff that we're planning on doing, hopefully here in the next couple months and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like I don't know. That's one of the people that I met too, and I've always heard his music and stuff. I don't know if you've heard some of his music, his older stuff, but gangster movies and What You Made, those are just standout tracks of Paris to me that I was just I heard and I was why isn't he?
I'm actually gonna send you gangster movies.
Yeah, you gotta peep that, bro, because to the point where I was wow, where is he at? I need to find him. I heard that and was yo, he's from around here for real, and I was wait, I met him one time too I met him at the Maxo show. It's funny how that happened. I met him there, and we were just cool. We smoked in the upstairs and shit. We was just cool and shit.
Dude,
yeah. Oh yeah. His homie was off the shits, It's wild and but he hooked us up too. So it was one of them things that off of mutual, little encounter. We all ended up being cool. And then I remember seeing him again at the Ride Room for that Father show because I think Nemo performed.
Yeah.
And I remember I seen him there and they threw me some wax, just off the love because he's oh, I saw you last time. I was y'all cool as hell. I fuck with y'all, So then,
before the money starts coming in, I guess that's
exactly,
a good form of
exactly, cause I like to build that relationship, with people, a little bit before I just try to become somebody's manager or try to help them construct shit. Because some people don't like that, some people just don't take constructive criticism,
and another thing, some there are managers out there that just manage people that they've been talking to on Twitter for a month or something, and
and that's just weird to me because it's
you're putting your trust in that person.
I mean, if it was somebody big, I guess, because I thought about it one day. I've seen rappers that don't have no manager, and I'm shit. I feel I could help them a little bit, but for me, I just wouldn't reach out to them until I feel I'm at a point where I can really, really help. But I see people that do, and it works out for them, which is cool. But I just couldn't do it. I feel I gotta have that personal connection because even though he lives in Wichita, probably talk to him every other day. That's the thing I try to do is keep in touch with everybody at least, so it's not awkward. We're still homies. Because I want it to be homies first, and we just make music. You know what I'm saying? Because once everybody's comfortable, I feel that's when you make the best music. So
how would you describe Paris Mason's music, though?
Man, I mean, he's got so much different shit, but I would say he's definitely on that the underground wave, man. Cause even he would tell you most of his influences come from people in the underground, people that people probably don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? They probably should know about. You know what I'm saying? But they don't get as much love because they decide to stay underground. You feel me? Xavier Wolf, Sesh Hollow Water Boys, all them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they should be bigger than they are, but people don't know them because they choose that lane. You know, like just like people that are around that. You know, like pretty much, I would say he has that. He has a grit, I guess, to his, but his is more on the hazy side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's interesting you say that like the Sesh and all them like deserve more credit because like you can already tell that there are going to be people who are influenced by them that will be like several times more famous and successful.
You know, like, but I mean, like to me, I just feel like you know that's kind of what they kind of did it that way. You know, because I feel like the real people that are in the independent lane decide to take that route too. Always pay homage to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's one of the things I feel like they knew what they were doing and they knew they'd be paid somehow. Yeah. And I feel like doing what they're doing is working.
Yeah, like Raider Clan and Sesh, like they will like never get the respect that they deserve really in the end, but like they like real ones know. Like,
exactly. You know where they at. You know, like because like I mean, Xavier, like I heard the other day that Xavier Wolf was the first rapper to get paid off of SoundCloud. Like people probably don't even know that, but like he honestly was. You know, I don't know that for sure. He said that, but I mean, like honestly, I've been listening to him for so long to the point where it looks true. Like he's been being popping for years. You know what I'm saying? I used to look at him and be like, "There's no way this is possible." I just heard about him, and he's already popping like this, but nobody else knows, and I'm playing him for people that like I don't know.
Yeah, and even like Eddie Baker and all that.
Yeah, you know, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
you know,
it's the whole thing.
But I guess that it works for them, you know.
But yeah, and you know, like some of the people that have been influenced by them or like take kind of after them in some way, like Lil Peep, he's gonna be like he's already like doing national tours, and like I can very easily see him doing like a crossover and like being like something of a pop star. So,
yeah, I can
like,
definitely see that. I just showed him that shit yesterday.
Yeah, I don't really.
No, yeah, some people don't fuck with it at all. But
let's beat that name out of the interview.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
That's not.
That ain't that bad. People shit. But,
no, yeah, I've seen other like Kansas City people like tweeting about him.
I mean, it's a hit or miss with me. You know, he got some cool shit, but he got some shit I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No,
I fuck with Lil Tracy though. Lil Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy's cool.
Tracy's cooler to me than Pete, but that's just more of my vibe.
And you know, it's funny though. As far as like kind of underground success goes right now, this guy Austin from Mammoth, he like we'll just kind of like send links back and forth to each other like of like just like new hip hop that we find. Yeah. And the other day, I had no idea this guy was from Wichita, but there's this guy named Kendrick. Have you heard of him?
I've been seeing him on my timeline.
Yeah, he just goes by Kendrick, like with a period at the end.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, huh.
No, I'm like, yeah, is Austin trying to tell me about Kendrick Lamar? What's going on?
Yeah. That's what I was
Kendrick. I was like, no, yeah, but he just goes by Kendrick, and he has a lot of his own music, but he's also produced for like Ramirez from like Fat Nick and his crew, and he's also he produced Ski Mask for Smoke Perp.
Word?
I'm like, this guy's from Wichita. This is crazy.
Word? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So maybe that'll be a good person to link up with in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, they're right there. So shit. I wonder if he even knows who that is. I'm gonna ask him for sure.
Yeah. What else are you guys really excited about that's happening in Kansas City right now?
Leaving.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
We just feel like, man.
But I'm excited to see everybody get rich in the city. Like, shit.
I just want it all to come together, bro. Because like I see so much talent in different spots, but it's all like, if we could all just like kind of bring it together. Because it's not even to the point where we all need to be buddy. But it's just the point like where if we can rely on each other to help each other bring support to stuff, like that's really all it's really gonna take. Because if we all help each other, like with the support system, like that's gonna put Kansas City on the map.
I feel like once we all get like some elbow room, and we all get,
what do you think that'll take?
Success. But I mean, we like there's so much talent in the city. Like I don't think like I hear some people say that we don't have it yet, but I believe that like people in the city like that I listen to, like their music's better than a lot of the shit that's coming out right now. Like,
real shit
in the industry. So I think we just need a couple eyes on us, and then once we get elbow room, we can come back and like do what we have to do for the
like
city.
that really construction.
Yeah,
you know
put people in positions to really like make other people successful and make change.
Yeah, when I was talking to G the other day, I don't know if this is something you like exactly agree with, but like he was saying that he thinks um, Kansas City needs to just like throw a lot of their energy behind like one person and push them out into.
He said that to me last week too.
Yeah.
I mean that's really not a bad idea because that's how I feel like that's how it happens in a lot of cities.
But I feel like
there's a lot of pride in Kansas City, and
I just feel like it's just harder to push one person because that means you have to get people to all.
Yeah, I feel like it should be more of a natural thing.
Yeah,
like a decision.
That's kind of
because I feel like if you kind of force people that way, they're gonna people just don't. Some people are reckless. They're like, oh, I don't want to do that just because everybody else is doing it.
But it's also it's a trust thing too because you don't know what that person's gonna be. Mm-hmm. You don't know what they're gonna do, or like once they get there,
gotta put all your trust in them.
Once they get there, you don't know you don't know what they're gonna do. If they're really gonna be true to their word. So like I don't know. I feel like it's a trust thing and it's also a pride thing within.
I mean, it's a good idea, but at the same time, I don't know if it could happen.
She's talking about like Jeff and just like people like not even wanting to like put all their support behind someone.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why like I don't know. I try to as a manager at least peep everything too. Like and at least give it a listen. And also to show my support. There's a lot of people out there like. Star B just dropped that project. That's my homie. It's a dope project. Like it's just like stuff like that. A simple tweet is all it takes sometimes. A simple retweet is all it takes sometimes. And I feel like people just the pride thing sometimes it's like I don't care, or like it's already doing good by itself. I don't need the help. But like that extra push can get it to a whole bunch of extra people that don't know that person. And I just wish like I guess people would just. Hit that retweet a little bit more. Just show love. If you really like something, why not? Because I mean that's how I am at least.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean it's not even really about Twitter like that either. It's just like
like even word of mouth.
I mean, game is not to be told. So
yeah, I think some people like really consciously like separate local music from like national artists that they're really like huge fans of. Like, why can't you be like a huge fan of like someone from your city?
Yeah,
but I do feel like we're getting to that point though where
people are starting.
Yeah, it's becoming easier.
Yeah, people are starting to take us a lot more serious. It depends on the artist that you're taking seriously or not. Like, if you're not, that's on you. But I feel like if people do, like, you're doing something right. Yeah. I mean, I never blame people. Like, I never blame listeners, for not being where I'm at. I always looked at what I'm doing wrong. Or I looked at my music, like that's why, like I said, like a couple of years back, like I deleted everything off of SoundCloud and restarted because I was like, okay, this music's not getting me where I need to be. I started making like better music, and I got better results. Like sometimes people just need to look at what they're doing before getting in their feelings.
Exactly. And, so I feel like the getting in the feelings happens first to a lot of people around here, and it's just like sit back and constructive think about it. Like
I mean, listen to your music. If you don't listen to your own music, why should anybody else listen to your own music? If your own music's not in your daily playlist, don't ever expect anybody else to have yours.
Were you guys listening to Street Bitches like as you pulled up?
No, I was not.
No, but I mean, honestly though, the only music I really listen to is like all my artist music. I'm gonna be for real. Like I get on SoundCloud, I might play a song or two, but then I'm like, shit, let me go to Sahvannes' playlist. Let me go to Razi's playlist. Let me slap some Riley. Some Paris, like it's
the way I do it is I listen to all my new music that's not out yet. Yeah. But by the time I put out a song, I've listened to it so much I don't want to hear it anymore. Like I said, I'm a hard critic, so like if I hear a song 1,000 times, it's gonna be the same thing if I hear Drake's song 1,000 times. I'm gonna hate it by the end of the month.
And that's when you start to not enjoy performing it.
No, I wouldn't say that. Like I'll still enjoy performing it.
Because that's kind of different.
Yeah, it's different, but just like I'll hear my own shit so much. It's like, okay. Let me go to the studio and make some more music.
Oh yeah, like recording music as a whole is a very like tedious, like repetitive process. I feel like because you can be listening to like working on the same song for like hours and like
running it back
I'll have great songs that I'm working on for like hours, but like I'll hate it by like the end of the day or the end of the session. But I'll still know that like it's like I'll still like know it's a great song. I still know what I need to do to make it ready for release.
Yeah, I feel like that's how every studio session goes with him. Like, he'll send me the tracks, or I'll be there and I'll listen to him. We'll be like, "What do you think about it?" And he'll be like, "It's cool." Then the next day, he'll be like, but I could change this." So he's a really hard critic on himself.
I was working on one of my upcoming singles at Industry Sounds with Mav a couple of weeks ago, and we were working on a track which like I love, and like it's gonna I feel like it's gonna be a very big track for me. But like I told him, like I said, let's move on to the next song like halfway through because it was giving me a headache just like listening to it. I was like, we gotta do something else, and we came back to it at the end of the session.
Yeah. And I guess that might be like almost like a good like motivational or inspirational thing, like to keep coming up with new stuff, just so you're not like working on the same exact thing all the time.
Yeah. Like I don't know, I really try to like build my track, so like it's okay to take a break. Sometimes it rains.
And is there anything else that people listening need to know about from you guys that you're working on, that's coming up, that you're excited about?
Got music coming and a video coming, so don't get impatient with me. Don't think I'll quit rapping. That's all I gotta say. Fuck a job, man.
Yeah, fucking 9 to 5. I'm with that too. And yeah, I guess we got music coming from all my artists really this summer. So I guess just stay tuned to that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the mixtape that Riley just dropped. I'm real excited.
Yeah,
super fire.
I've been listening to that.
Super fire, bro. Too. Like, and that's the thing with Riley. Like, I'd always wanted to manage Riley, but I didn't really know how to approach that situation because I didn't really know Riley. Like I said, I like to kind of create that relationship before I try to step in.
Yeah.
So the fact that like he ended up hitting me up and asking me to help him with that was really cool. And so I was already banging his music, So it's just like to see like what he's coming up with now and what he's working on. Because like I've been around him the last couple of days. Him and Bruiser, like crazy duo right there. That's a crazy duo right there. Like shout out to both of them for real. Like yeah, they got some shit coming.
Like yeah, and I feel like there's even going to be a point where like when he achieves more like underground success, like people will be able to like dig into like a lot of the stuff he's released already and just be like, oh man, he's had tracks like Quit the Game is just like
that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's like the eeriest like wildest song to me.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. And he has the visuals. Like why not?
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Why not? But I mean, this next visual is gonna definitely wake some people up. I think this next one could do it. Yeah.
I'll talk about it after this with you, but I think I know part of the details.
You probably already know what's going on.
Holy shit! How you figure that?
You know what's up. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh hell.
But yeah, it's definitely gonna go down, and that's definitely gonna help.
Yeah. I've enjoyed having you guys on today.
Thanks, man, for having us, for real. And thanks for doing what you're doing, bro. Because like on some real shit, we were talking about like needing outlets and stuff. Because that's what I feel like Kansas City's missing.
We talk about you.
Yeah, this is a huge outlet, and even the love that you be showing to Sahvannes, and like just even like you said, the word of mouth stuff that you guys do, that's dope. Like I respect that, man. Like for real.
Yeah, I appreciate it. My favorite thing about you is how real you keep it with people in your articles. So don't never change. Keep it like that.
Never switch up, man. Real shit.
If you ever need security, 24/7.
Man, I wasn't even gonna ask.
Which is cool.
But yeah, people can make sure they subscribe to the Shuttlecock podcast on iTunes and YouTube. You can check out the shuttlecockmusic.com and check out the store on there. There's t-shirts. And follow at Shuttlecock Mag. Where should people follow you guys?
Sahvannes on Twitter, Instagram, and
tell them how to spell it, bro.
SAVANNES.
Wait, you spelled your name wrong.
SAH. I used to do a lot of drugs. SAHVANNES.
Yeah, you can follow me at African Thunder.
That's what he has a manager for.
Yeah, he needs to change. I've been telling him to change that shit for a long time. Bro, that's just what people know me by.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and the Shuttlecock podcast is part of the A.D. podcast family, so check out Jason Barr's new episodes coming out. And yeah, thanks for coming out, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Awesome.